Hello guys, this is MrCrayfish and welcome back to my redstone tutorials. In this tutorial today, I'm going to be teaching you how to build a minecart station. Now, a warning before we start anything. This is actually, well, I wouldn't say it's advanced, but it's close to advanced. So if you're having problems with it, I'm most likely not going to help. I suggest you have some basic redstone skills before you actually do this and you actually know what you're doing with redstone. If you're doing this and you're just trying to make it from the video, you're probably going to have a hard time adding more destinations onto this minecart station. So I suggest you actually you have some basic skills. There are a lot of videos out there, so just search them up on YouTube. But anyway, let's go over the features of this station, and I'll show how everything works. So the first thing that you got to do is actually select a destination. So we got all levers over here which will change the destination of the minecart. So I want to go to the village, so we flick that lever down. We get a Pez dispenser here, so we need to dispense out a minecart, and then this will go over to here. But before we go there, here is your refiller, so you just place the minecart in there and it will go back up into the Pez dispenser. And the cool feature about this is if the Pez dispenser is actually full, it'll go up and it'll actually come back out through this hole here and give you the minecart so you don't lose it. So that's a really cool thing about it. Now we've selected our destination. All we have to do is hop in this minecart, press this button, and we're off to the village, or the stone wall as it's called. So you just go back and you can actually return to the home, so it automatically chooses where the track to go. Then you just come back and then you're back at the initial place you started. Now a cool thing about this as well is if you're too lazy to just break off the minecart and then put it back into here to go back into the Pez dispenser, just go ahead, press this button, and this will automatically go back into the Pez dispenser, and you'll see that one there just dropped in because it's crooked. And again, if it's full, it will actually come out here. It will just have the same function as putting it in here. If it's full, it'll come back out, so that's a really cool thing. Now that's what I'm going to be showing or teaching you how to build today. I'm also going to be teaching you how to add destinations. So I've got 5 here. If you want to add 10, I will teach you how to add 10 or something like that. So we're going to go into my redstone world. This is currently my experiment world because I didn't want to build this in one episode. This is actually going to be a 2-part episode just to explain it a little bit better because I didn't want to just squash it into one episode. So in this first episode, we're just going to be going over the Pez dispenser and just routing up this redstone here into a good location, just so we're actually going to be building it a little bit different to this, but we're going to be routing this up probably just up to here because I wanted to build it differently than this one, just so I can show you that it doesn't only just work in this design. You can actually do it in various other ways. So we're going to get into my redstone tutorial world now, and I'm going to be teaching you how to actually build this. So there's not actually going to be some set materials for this tutorial because everybody's design is probably going to be different if you decide to do it differently. So the basic items that you are going to need is redstone repeaters, redstone torches, rail, detector rail, powered rail, a button, a levers, tripwire hook. You're going to need trapdoor, a sticky piston, string, minecart, and some basic building materials. So the first thing that we need to do is decide where everything is going to go. So the first thing that we're going to build is just a spot for all the levers. So I'm just going to get out my building materials, and I'm going to do, how many should I do? I'm going to do 4 destinations, but I'm going to show you how to add more. So I suggest you do a 3 high wall for this. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 destinations. Then I'm just going to build that up, put just my planks in the middle, and then just surround it like that, and then our 4 levers are going to go on those middle blocks like that. We need a spot for the Pez dispenser, so this is going to be the border. We're going to have glass in the middle here, so I need to get out some glass as well. Forgot to mention that in the ingredients section, as I like to call it. We need a spot for the Pez dispenser, so that's going to go behind here. We need a spot for the button to dispense the minecarts out. We need to have a hole to put the minecarts in to refill the Pez dispenser. So that is my hole there. And then we need a spot for you to go out on your minecart to the tracks where it goes off to your destination. So that's going to be my gap there for the minecart to go out. So I suggest you do it in the same order as me. So have the destination levers, the Pez dispenser showcase bit, the button to dispense the minecarts, the hole to refill the Pez dispenser, and then the gap for you to go out on your minecart on. Now, as I said before, I was going to do this tutorial in 2 parts, and this is because I just want to give you the max information I can in every episode, not just squish it into one and making it all confusing for you guys. So I'm going to be putting it into 2 parts. In this part today, I'm only going to be showing you how to do the destination levers and the Pez dispenser. So we're going to get to go work on that right now. Now you want to go behind your destination levers, and on these 4 blocks here we've got all the levers. You just want to place torches behind them, and you'll see that if I flick this first one here, that first torch will go off. Flick the second one, third one, the second one will go off, and so on. Now we need to split these signals up, and it's a very simple way. The first one, we're just going to get out our redstone. We're just going to place it under the torch here, and that's our first signal. For the second one, we can't actually put it there because you'll see that it joins up. We're going to put a block above it and come out just 4 like that, the same length. And we're going to place it on top like that, and you'll see that it obviously doesn't join up. The third one, we can just place it on the ground because there's a gap in between it. And then we're just going to do this above one for pretty obvious reasons, because we don't want it to join. Now I'm going to be stopping here on the destination levers, and this is because these really have to be connected up to the tracks, and I can't really go any further than this because I need the tracks there to connect them up. So we're going to be moving on to the Pez dispenser now. So where you decided to put your button, put a button. I couldn't explain that any more easier. Put a button where you want to put your button. So we need to go behind it, and you need to put a torch on the button there. You need to place redstone under it, place a block right of it, and then pop a torch on that block there. We're going to put a piece of redstone in front of that torch there, and then we're going to dig out this left block, pop the redstone inside of that. Now you want to go left, and then you want to go down here, and you want to dig out that block there and put a redstone torch on that side like that. And when this turns on, this is actually going to turn that torch off. Now this is a little tricky. You want to get out your sticky piston, and you want to make sure you're getting the hitbox of the redstone torch there, and you want to come so it faces into you, facing to the front, and it should be turned on like that. On this block next to the torch here, you want to get out your redstone repeater and then face it towards the sticky piston like that. You want to put a block on the sticky bit of the piston like that, so it will retract and extrude. I don't know what the word is really. I don't know what the word is when it comes out. Extract, contract, extract and contract. I think that's the words. Now all we have to do is simply place a piece of redstone dust left of this block and change the delay of this repeater to the max setting. Now I explain how this works, and What this actually is my quick pulse contraption I made. It turns a constant signal to a quick pulse. So if I press this button here, you'll see that the piston is retracted, and then there's still a bit of signal left in that repeater, and I'll just do it again. So signal the rest of the repeater, and then you'll see that actually flashed there. I'll press it one more time. Little teeny flash there, and this is what's going to dispense the minecarts. Now we're going to build the storage for the minecarts. So you just want to make them so they're boxed in a 1x1 area like that. Now we're actually going to have to place a oopsie, wrong side. Place a trapdoor, and what you want to do is you want to connect it to one of the blocks that this redstone is touching. So you can either put it on that block there or that block there. I'm going to put it on this back one because it's going to look a little bit neater. So place it like that. So if we go ahead and press this button now, what this is going to do is essentially flick this trapdoor up and down once, and it's just going to dispense one minecart for you and keep the rest still in there. Now we're done for the storage of the minecarts. We've still got to do the minecart tracks, but that's in the next part because I wanted to explain this as much as I can. We need to do the refilling system of it and the give back method if the PES storage is actually full. So this is actually going to be quite simple. So what you need to do now is go behind where you have decided to put your refilling method for the PES dispenser, and you want to put a block behind it, and this is going to be the start of our track. Now after this you want to go into the direction of your PES dispenser. Obviously you want to place a second block next to the one you initially placed, and you'll place another powered rail, and you want to make them all powered rails because minecarts, they are very slow when no one's in them, and you usually have to have a lot of powered rails to keep them going. So I would suggest doing all powered rails for this. Now after you've done two tracks, you want to go up one. You want to kind of make a stairway, and you want to go up one more than this height here, and this because you want it just to be a little bit higher so you can have some more storage, just because this is probably not enough if you're building this on a server or something like that. Now it's going to continue the powered rail up. Now you actually want to stop here before you get up to that one block higher, and this is because we actually need to have a corner here to go back for the if I'm full, send minecart back to me. So what you need to do now is just raise this storage bit up one block because we need it to be a little bit higher. You can still have a 3-high roof. I'm just going to be putting that on top. I think I only need that high. I could put like a roof here or something like that, just so it blocks that off like so. So for the block that was the highest before, we want to come 2 away from it and then go back in line with this initial track we placed, and then come out this way, and then you want to stop at the edge here, and this is where the minecart's going to come back, and it's going to come back to you right here, so you can just grab it quickly if this PES dispenser is actually full. Now we're going to do the tracks for this bit, and before we do anything, you're just going to put a backing here, and this is to stop the minecart from getting stuck. If you didn't have that, it won't go down properly, so make sure you have that backing there. Also, I would suggest putting side ones just to ensure that it does go down. Now you want to get out your powered rail, and just take note that powered rail doesn't go on corners, so where I'm not placing it, we're just going to be placing normal rail. So get your normal rail and put it in these corners here. Now this is quite tricky here. What you need to do is you want to remove that one there, replace that corner, and then just place that powered rail back there, and you'll see that it won't connect up. If you do a block update here, this is going to be turning back to there, so make sure that there's no block updates happening around this point. I actually mean I don't have any redstone connected around this area, because it will actually flick this back to this side and it won't work properly. So what we need to do now is actually power these rails, and technically none of these are powered, even though this one's on. This is actually getting powered by the torch that's behind here, and if I actually press this button, you'll see that the tracks go off, and we don't want it to do that. So all we have to simply do is we're going to put a block behind the initial track here, and then just place a redstone torch under this, and you'll see if I press the button now, it won't go off. Now the powering of these tracks up here is very simple. Just put a redstone torch next to it, and this generally would be behind your wall, so it doesn't really matter. And then here just place a redstone torch there, and you can power both of the corners. You might have a problem with the updates of it, hopefully you don't. So yeah, just make sure if you place a torch there, that might flick around. Just place a just replace it, so you have to break that one and replace the corner, then place this back as I said before. Now the last thing that we're going to do is just create a little chute for this to go down, just so it doesn't look as ugly. So we're just going to put blocks all around it, and you also make sure you leave a hole here for the minecart to come down. Put some blocks here, and then we also might put some blocks above it just so you can't see the sky if you have this outside or something, but you most likely will have it in a cave anyway. Now we're going to test if everything actually works properly. So you just want to get out your minecart, and we're going to fill up this Pez dispenser now. So all you have to do is place your minecart in here, and you'll see that went into it. We'll put that in, put that in, put that in, put that in, and we're also just going to check if the overfill method works. So I think it's full now. We'll just check. Oh no, it's got one more. It'll be full now, so if I put that in, it'll go out, come back around here, and it will come back to me. So that actually works. That's good. We're also going to test the Pez dispenser, so I'm just going to dig a hole under this trapdoor here, just so we can see if our minecart has come down. So simply press the button. Trapdoor will let out one minecart, and you'll see that we have one minecart on the ground here. So this is the end of part 1. I hope you have enjoyed it. Part 2 should be coming real soon. It's actually pretty late right now, so I actually can't record them straight after. So I hope you enjoyed this. Please remember to leave a like and subscribe if you don't want to miss out on the next part, because it's going to be quite interesting finishing this all off. So I hope you enjoyed, as I've said already, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.